So when I got introduced to Bitcoin, I did what everybody does. I did a little research, and you hear about this person, guy, self-identified once as a guy, Satoshi Nakamoto. And so I typed in Satoshi Nakamoto into Google, and what comes back is Intelligence Central. The word Satoshi means intelligence, and Nakamoto is the surname of families from the central provinces in Japan. Sounds really close to CIA. So, okay, what if the NSA, CIA, somebody did create this? And if you go back 2 years, 2007, there was a paper sponsored by the NSA, written by Nakoshi Sakamoto. I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's basically just a homonym. And it's a real person. He was the head of cryptography for NTT in Japan. And it basically talked about a peer-to-peer system. Like, okay, that's weird. What if the NSA did create this, and it was designed because they knew that the dollar was dead? If the government figured out that their only way out is through devaluation of the currency, so they're going to destroy the dollar the same way every other republic has destroyed their currency in the history of time when they get too far in debt. And you look at the history of empires, they all fail for the same reason. They get overly indebted and their currency crashes. And so if that's the case, they get everyone to exchange fiat for this Bitcoin thing, and then they steal it all out a back door. Like, what if that's true? Okay, so we're really lucky. So at Morgan Creek Digital, one of our venture partners is this guy named Scott Stornetta. And Scott Stornetta actually coined the term blockchain with his partner Stuart Haber in 1991. Wow. He knows a lot about the technology. And so I asked him, I said, I've thought about this. And he said, well, I've never really thought about that. That's an interesting concept. No. It's like that fast, Ben. He said, no, the government can't seize Bitcoin. It's decentralized, right? They would have to hack 51% of the computer simultaneously. Even the government can't do it. Can they make it illegal? Can they do an Executive Order 6102 like 1933? This is funny too. On 4/5/33, Executive Order 6102, they basically made gold illegal. If you type Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday, it's 4/5/75. 4/5, nod to Executive Order 6102. 75, when that was reversed and made gold legal again.
Wow.
Kind of wild. And so if Satoshi were, right, government agency, they can't steal it all. Okay, so then why would they do it? Well, they could be doing it because they know the dollar is doomed and this would be a better system, and they could create hegemony by having that big wallet, and then they could move that once it becomes worth, many, many, many billions. Can they make it illegal? Well, they can try, but the problem is they can't seize it from you. I mean, literally, right? Because they could, if you hold it at Coinbase or some centralized place like Mt. Gox, okay, they could seize that. There are some laws around that. I mean, if they went to your brokerage account and seized your assets, I mean, they have to have some reason for that. But government's good at making up reasons. I mean, they seized the Russian assets with no cause. But okay, but what about if you hold it yourself in cold storage on a ledger drive? Well, then come to your house and say, give me your seed phrase. Nope, I forgot it. You can point a gun at your head or your kid's head. Now, is the government going to come to your house with a gun and threaten your family? I don't think so. But look, in a Mad Max world, anything's possible. Yeah. So from that perspective, it's very safe and secure because it's so decentralized. So I live here in Chapel Hill. According to Zillow, my house went up 50%. But my house didn't grow. My house didn't get more efficient. It actually wore out a little bit, and I'd put money into it. But what actually happened? The money got worse. And so went to lunch 4 years ago and I paid $10 for my 8 chicken wings. Yesterday, $20. The money got worse. Now here's the cool part. How do you protect yourself? We can own gold. So gold prices have basically doubled since then, which is what they should have done. But better, you can own Bitcoin. Well, why does Bitcoin matter? Well, Bitcoin is more scarce than gold. It's more divisible than gold. It's more portable than gold. So it has all the benefits of gold, but it's an electronic form of it, a digital form of it. And the best part is, if I think about owning Bitcoin over that same period, it never changes. There's one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. But I don't price Bitcoin in Bitcoin. I price Bitcoin in dollars. So my dollar price has gone from 15,000 to 60,000. That's better. But again, that's not because the Bitcoin got better. It's because the money got worse. Think about places like Venezuela, where you're pricing Bitcoin not in dollars, but in bolivars. There's never been a bear market because the bolivar has gone down 99.999%. Or think about Argentina or Turkey, where the lira has gone down 99%, or Egypt. If you owned Bitcoin, even for a small portion of your wealth, you didn't lose it all. I have 3 grandkids, and my youngest is 1. She will never have one of these. She will never have a leather wallet, ever. She will never use paper money. She will not know what paper money is. And that's pretty amazing. And that digital transition is all going to be based around blockchains. And once you see that blockchains are the operating system for this new digital era, you can't unsee it. And you can't not help be excited, and you can't help but want to own these digital assets. Now, you don't want to own them all, right? And there are meme coins, and there. Look, I don't get meme coins in the sense that they don't have value, except they have value as a community. These are people in a community. And yes, they're basically creating a Ponzi. I mean, it is a Ponzi, and they all look the same with the Eiffel Tower pattern. And if you're first in and first out, awesome. If you're last in and last out, very bad. But they're a part of digital community. But that's a very tiny percentage of what we're talking about. Most of what we're talking about are true stores of value like Bitcoin, true global computing systems like Ethereum and Solana, and others that are vying for it. And at the end of the day, we will have a system of blockchains and tokens that facilitate commerce on blockchains that is very robust and very global and will last for thousands of years.